Blacks in Technology.
Blacks in technology. Blacks in technology. Blacks in technology. Blacks in technology. Blacks in technology.
Now, welcome everybody to the, I want to call this the 44.5 Blacks in Technology audio podcast. This is a continuation of a podcast that we did yesterday with the emerging women from the emerging leaders from the TechWomen program. I am your host, Greg Greenlee, founder of the Blacks in Technology organization. I'm here with my co-host, Ayori Selassie, and we're going to get into another very, very good podcast with two of the participants in the TechWomen program. So without further ado, I'm not going to take up too much time. We did a little bit of the housekeeping thing yesterday, and so we're just going to get right into this podcast and get on with these interviews. So I'm going to let Ayori take over.
Thanks, Greg. So really excited to be doing this part 2 podcast with the emerging leaders from the TechWomen program. They've come from all over the world, 16 different countries, and there are 78 different women here in Silicon Valley. And their next stop will be Washington, D.C., where they'll be doing even more incredible, amazing things. But I want to introduce our special guest. Djamila Douache from Algeria is hosted for the duration of her mentorship here at Salesforce.com. And Tonia Feghali from Lebanon is also hosted here. And so do you guys want to go ahead and introduce yourself, starting with Tonia?
Hey, Ayori, real quick, before we get into their background and everything like that, just in case people didn't listen to yesterday's podcast, which is, blasphemous just to even say that, but in case they didn't, go ahead and give them a recap about what the TechWomen program is.
Okay. I'll actually just have one of the emerging leaders share about that.
Okay.
You want to take a stab at it?
Okay. So the TechWomen mentorship and the TechWomen program is actually an initiative from the State Department. Sorry. And it's actually based on professional and cultural exchange from different emergent leaders from Middle East and Africa. There are 16 countries participating in this program, and with the result of 78 emergent leaders who are now currently hosted in different companies, high-tech in Silicon Valley, where we get the chance to exchange professional experience and to network and connect with people here, and to also do some cultural exchange with different people here. So to introduce myself, I'm Tonia Feghali. I come from Lebanon, Beirut, and I studied computer engineering. I always had passion for technology and new trends in technology and innovations. And I worked as a software engineer for 5 years, and now mostly the business side as a senior business analyst in a bank, one of the leading banks in Lebanon, Byblos Bank. I'm the business owner of the internet banking, mobile banking, and mobile payments applications. And now I'm hosted, as Ayori said, in Salesforce.com.
Excellent. And who is your mentor there at Salesforce?
Ayori is my mentor, is my professional mentor in Salesforce.
Excellent. And what about you, Djamila?
So I'm Djamila Douache. I'm coming from Algeria. My background is a little different because I studied electronics during my bachelor degree. Then I went to image processing for my master. And I work as international training engineer for the last 8 years in a Chinese company as a trainer, basically. So most of the time I will travel from one city to another, from one country to another, to explain how the telecommunication equipment will work to the operator or to the different employees. So coming here to the Silicon Valley was a big challenge because I wanted to go out of my comfort zone, and being here in Salesforce is really different from my daily work. I've been working hard, so I'm really interested by all these new technologies and all these new opportunities. And this is like one of the main points of the TechWomen program, giving the opportunity to try something new, to see something different from our daily work, and to give us the opportunity maybe to bring something back at home.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
So I wonder, we asked this question to our participants yesterday as well, but I want to pose it to you all also because I think it's kind of one of those important things where when people are sort of getting outside of their comfort zone. So when you applied to the TechWomen program, what was it like? How did you feel? Were you worried? Did you expect to be accepted? Talk to us a little bit about that.
Okay. So, well, actually, I knew about the TechWomen program in 2011, and I thought, oh, it's a great opportunity, but it really needs a lot of expertise, and I have to have this long CV, and I thought, okay, I'm not ready to apply, and I didn't apply, and then but I kept it in my mind, and I always wanted, I wish I applied. Maybe I should have tried. And then I got an email about this year program, and I thought, okay, this time I'm gonna apply, and I'm just gonna try it. I know I'm not gonna be accepted, but just not to put this question in my mind, and I have just to apply for it and just get the answer. Okay, you're not accepted. And I said, okay, now I have a longer CV. Maybe it will be better. So I applied, and I really prepared my application very well and went over because you have to write a lot of essays in this application, and went over these essays and tried to put everything, and you are limited on words, and I want to explain more, maybe I'll get more chance, So then through the days, I knew that I passed the first round of selection, and I was, what? Is it for real? Okay, definitely the second round. I won't pass it. And then to the end, really, I cannot describe how does it feel to be selected from one round to the other. And when I was waiting the final selection round, it was I think Hotmail would have sent me an email saying, please stop checking your email. Tell us what you are looking for, and we'll call you when it's there. I checked, I think 1 million times my email daily, and this email wouldn't come, and I said, okay, but at least they should tell me that I'm not accepted. And then one day at night, because there's difference of time, I received this email, and I was wild, and started dancing, and I was in a club, and I started dancing with the waiters and everyone. Yeah, I did, and no one understood. What did you do? I wish I could show you the face of when you get selected in TechWomen, because I'll show it here. I think all of us believed in this program, and I thought I have. I did a lot of effort to be here, to leave your work for 1 month and a half, and to leave your family for one month and a half to be here. But when I arrived here and I listened to all the stories of all the emerging leaders of what did they have to do and what did they have to leave back home to do here, really everyone did their best to be here, and because I think we all believe in this program, and we think it's a great opportunity. Because I'm going to talk about myself, and I think all the other emerging leaders think the same, and maybe they have something else also to add. But in this program, we got the opportunity to network with really great, influential people, and we will be able to pass this influence not only for us, but to other people in our home. And people were helpful, and they want to keep helping us, and they really are giving us their time, which is a great opportunity. And we're just here, we watch movies and we read books and internet, and okay, we know about technology and the innovation and what is happening, but it's different to experience it and see really who is making it, and to meet with them and to live their daily life and how they work, and it's not like from out of space. It's a great experience, and this cultural exchange that happens in this program, like really, as Djamila said, you get out of your comfort zone and you get to meet people that you will never thought that you will meet, or you will get the chance to live with, or to share a room with, like from South Africa, from Cameroon, from Algeria, from Yemen, from Libya, all these different cultures and traditions, and I think we will, as each one of us will go back home with a very, very big bagage of new learned things.
Awesome. Yeah, me too. Yeah. And what about you, Djamila? Tell us about your experience.
Actually, when this program started in 2011, my best friend applied, and she got selected, but she could not come. She had another life-changing experience, and she had to go for that one. And for the coming 2 years, she just said, hey, you need to apply. Go for it. And I was just lazy to do it. But she pushed me. She said, okay, you sit down and we will write everything together. And okay, let's do it. And then I had to find 2 people that would recommend me. But in my entourage, I didn't know. So I went to 2 colleagues that worked with me for almost 8 years, and I asked them, and they said, wow, this is great. I was, yeah, if it's me, I don't know if they will take me. Yeah, of course. And I was not sure. And they sent the recommendation, and then I started waiting. And as Tonia said, after a while, you just give up because you think that, okay, maybe they already did their selection, and we are not part of that. But the moment you see the email, you read it 3 times at least to be sure that you are reading correctly the word and you are getting the meaning. And that moment, I just ran home and I said, hey, I'm going to U.S. And my family say, how? Why? What's happening? And then I explain, and they say, wow, that's good. You have to get the maximum from that chance, because this is really an opportunity and a chance. So, and from that moment, I started the excitement, the great feelings. And for this short story, my interview, I had to do it by phone. I was in Zambia, and the interview was in Algeria, so we had a phone call. I had only 15 minutes break from my class, and I was under a building because my classroom was underground. And I was not hearing the people correctly, and I was thinking, my God, they will not take me just because they cannot hear what I'm saying. But it was good because, I was just hearing, yes, this is good, but I was not sure if they get the meaning of what I was saying. But the moment, they sent us the ticket, that's the great moment, because now it's done. They pay for you the ticket, you are ready. And another step is when they selected the mentors. For me, I'm ashamed now to say it, but I didn't know Salesforce at all. So I started checking, okay, what's this company? What are they doing? It seems to be a very big company. And the moment, the 5 first minutes when I talked the first time with my mentor, I knew that they selected the best person for me. And they really read all the criteria that I gave for what I want to do, and I was very happy for that. So I told them, I don't know how you did, but for my professional, cultural mentor, and even roommate, this is the perfect match for me. So this is great.
Wow. Somebody should start.
I'd like to add something here, when Djamila was talking about, I had it in my mind just to say that, if you want to describe it everything here is based on cloud, and once you're selected to be a TechWomen, it was you immediately become above the cloud. Yeah, literally. Yes, and that was the feeling. You feel lighter and you can fly. You believe it.
Now you guys know everything that's behind the cloud too.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool.
Well, I think both of your stories are very, very inspiring, and we're definitely glad to have you on the show, and glad that you all were able to make this journey over here and have Ayori mentor you both. And I want to talk to you about mentoring, because at Blacks in Technology we definitely believe that mentoring is going to play a major part in the future innovation within our culture. So I want to ask you, and I know, and I'm saying this because Ayori, not officially, but she mentors me from time to time as well. But what do you think makes a good mentor?
Actually, my mentor is Jeanette, and the good mentor is the one who will listen to you and who is not afraid to tell you no when you are wrong and to guide you. Like, this is what I got from my relationship now that I'm having with Jeanette. I can say whatever I feel, I think, even if I'm wrong, because I know I trust her enough to be able to tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm right, if I have to do something or I need to follow what my heart is saying, something like that. So I think it's a big relationship based on trust and being free to each other, talking free to each other. This is the most important.
Excellent.
Well, from my side, I'm luckily the mentee of Ayori, which is very hard now to talk about how much she influenced me because she's here. But I think I got the best mentor ever. And I was lucky having her as a mentor, because when I came here, actually, I didn't know the meaning of mentoring and how important it is and what does it mean, actually. And even when I met her, like, okay, she's my mentor, but what does that mean? And kind of I Googled it, like, what does that mean, she's my mentor? Is she my manager now on Salesforce, or is she like, we work together? I didn't even get it. But when days passed, I really discovered how she's doing it, and it was really great because the mentor, I think, is the person that you really trust, and he's the person like, he will guide you, but the way that she did it, and I think it's a great way, like, the mentor shouldn't say, no, this is wrong, or this is right, or do it like this, or like this. She just led me, and she led me through different things to get my answers, what I wanted to know, and what I wanted to discover. And I thought it's my own discovery, But if I look back, I see that she led me to these conclusions, and she led me to know when I came here, I didn't know what I want to do, and from where to start, and she led me to all these answers, and I didn't understand what is she doing, But if I look back now, I know that this is how it's done. Like, you're guiding someone, and you're not making him feel that, hey, listen, I know more than you, and you listen to me. No, it's like the way she listens, she let me, express myself and let me hear myself about my idea, and she just, asked the right question and leading through her experience and leading by example, and I think now that this mentorship concept is really very valuable for everyone, whatever his profession is, because it is, trusting, looking at someone and trusting him that he's going to lead the way for you, because, you want to be where he is now, and he's going to move further, and you're going to follow him because you trust him in this. And one thing also I learned from Ayori, that a mentor doesn't mean that you have to be a manager in your work environment, or maybe in your country, or maybe a leader in your country. He doesn't have to be maybe alive. He's just to be someone who really believes in what he does in a specific thing, and just follow him and follow his thoughts. And every time you have a question in this area, you just think, what would he have done, or she, And I think it's a great concept for everyone to have, and I wish I would be able to go and introduce it in my country.
Yeah, I think that what you just said is very, very powerful, because a lot of people, they don't understand the concept of mentor and mentoring. But I think one of the key things that you pointed out is that a mentor isn't there to make the decision for you. That they're there to help you and guide you to come to the correct decision. So I think that's key.
Yeah, and I had a reflection about this before, and I said, like, I see this mentorship thing, which is and this networking thing is like the wall climbing, game, and you're stuck in the middle of the wall and on the wall, and you have different next steps that you can take, and you just have to pick the better. The better next step, which is your mentor, and she's gonna guide you to this next step, and she will go to the further next step, and she's gonna take you with her or with him. It's like just we're all climbing the wall, and each one is giving help to the step, to the lower step, and you're just following the better step.
Definitely.
That's cool. Thank you for sharing that. And I'm curious about your particular learnings. Like, what did you personally get out of the time that you spent here and your mentorship?
Okay. Well, it's an easy question, because we're asked tomorrow to have a presentation about what we have learned. So I already thought about it, and I definitely know the answer. When I came here, I didn't know what I want to do. I just had so many ideas, and I believed in one idea. And okay, I didn't know how to start or from where to start. And I thought, okay, being in Silicon Valley and Salesforce, definitely they would tell me, okay, you do this and this and this, and it will work. And definitely there is no magic here. It's not like this. And if you believe in your idea, that does not mean that it's a valid idea. One thing I learned from Ayori, and like it is known for everyone here, is get off your building and validate your idea and stop thinking about it in your head. So when I first started to put with Ayori the plan of what I'm gonna learn here, I told her, okay, I'm gonna do this idea, and I want to make a further step in implementing it. I said, okay, we can try to figure out what to do. And then by talking, and as I said, like, she never gave me the answer from the beginning. She just knew what to ask me, and she led me to the answers. And we agreed at the end to have a toolkit project, which is, I think it was great, because I ended up now, if I want to say, I have a toolkit of how to start, or from where to start, or how to research and where to look about if I want to start something new. And not only this, not only in starting a new idea, like I got a toolkit of leadership skills, and I have like new leadership skills in my toolkit. I have, I learned about agile methodology. I learned about introducing a new product to the market. I met so much influential people, which I believe this influence is one of the parts that makes this toolkit, because it's not only for me. I will be able to pass it on to my other colleagues in Lebanon. And I think now I have I have this toolkit, which will be kind of part of my Bible on how to start things. And instead of working on one idea, I will be able to work on any new idea I will have, and I will be able to pass it also to others and tell them, you know what, start by this, and stop thinking that you know if it's doable or not. Just go and ask or research or read this book, or So yeah, I think that's it.
Great.
Awesome. What about you? Okay. So actually, before to come here, when I started talking with Janet, we started listing all the kind of projects that we can do, because my target was to learn about project management, training management, and this kind of things. And I end up preparing a mobile app. I don't know how, but our brainstorming got in a way, and I was interested in so many things. I had to narrow it down because we are here for 4 weeks, and it had to be like something done by these 4 weeks. So it was a big experience because like coding for me, it was 10 years ago. I don't do it anymore. And I had to go back, like to start again as a freshman. Okay, where I'm going to start now? And which application should I learn? And learning here means very fast. You cannot take 2 weeks to learn something. So it was a lot of technical things, but I'm happy for that. In the same time, like I was working with some team, like development team. They were having their Scrum meeting, and I was learning the Agile methodology, and I found it just like awesome thing. I don't need to spend 2 hours around the table talking about a problem. I just need 20 minutes, and I can talk about many problems, not only one. And if I do it every day, I can follow up, and I can get some results by the end of the week. So I was really impressed, and I started writing an email for my boss to say, okay, let's try this. Maybe we can get more performance, more results. Why not? And in the same time, like I was seeing my mentor, how she was managing her work, her team, and I got really inspired. And I found out that this word inspired, maybe I used it before to come here, but I understood the meaning the moment I came here. Because it's not only like, oh yeah, she's doing a good job. No, I felt the good job that she was doing and the results of that performance and so on around me. So I got really inspired by that environment, actually. And I'm very happy for that.
Awesome.
Thank you.
That's excellent. So, I mean, it sounds like you guys are having some very, very incredible experiences, especially with your mentors, how they're guiding you, and just the different culture within Salesforce. Tell me if you can recall. I know that it's kind of been a whirlwind and everything since you've been here, but tell me if you can recall what are some of the best experiences you had while in Silicon Valley.
Wow. Okay. Not because Ayori is here, but for me, up to now, like the best event that I've been, like, is the pitch. The pitch event. Like, I don't know. Yeah, we went like for different events like Twitter, Facebook, I don't know what else. But the one that I really learned from was the pitch. Because I've seen people getting on stage, being very real and honest, talking about what they are doing or what they want to do, and selling their idea. And I've seen, like, it was not so difficult. And during that day, it was like around 2 hours time, and I was feeling, why I cannot do that? I have many ideas, and that can be really helpful in my country, and I'm sure, like, it's a good business idea because we are lacking of that part. So why not? Why I cannot do it? And I start like writing down my ideas and thinking, okay, the moment I go to Algeria, I will try to pitch with myself, with my family, then with my friend, and then maybe I can check some investor and talk with them and give them, what do you think about starting this kind of business in the country? So that day I was like, full of inspiration, full of emotion, and like I wanted to be part of this community, and I was really, really happy for that. Thanks, Ayori, for that one, because in Silicon Valley, for me, that was like the best thing that I attended to.
So you came all the way from Algeria to Silicon Valley, and then you went to Oakland.
Yes.
Yes.
Like top in Oakland, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is good.
The best place is Oakland. I can say.
That's I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I'm gonna add on this. I learned a lot in this Impact Hub in Oakland, by the way, because I got the chance to attend 2 events, which is Pitch Mixer was really very, very inspirational. And also there was an event, how to pitch, which also we learned a lot in it. And these two were hosted in the Impact Hub in Auckland, and we learned a lot from these events. But it's so hard, if I want to think and pick the most things that I learned here, or that it's so hard, to define it in one thing, because there's we got the chance to learn on multiple different stuff, and not only like professional or in tech or cultural also, and it's so hard to pick one. But for example, I got the chance to live for 1 month with my roommate from South Africa, which was really like a great chance I got, because I would never have ever had this chance if I wasn't here. And it was great to know more about South African, and to know more about how they live and how they think, and how much we are similar, and like we're really exactly the same. But who would have thought this? Like, I would have never thought this before I came here, and this is great. And I think I did here the best. I tried to be very quick, but I cannot really pick the best thing. Like, my roommate was the best thing, and she's my friend, and I made a lot of friends here, and I believe that Ayori is now my friend, and I believe my cultural mentor Kia is now my friend, and it's not longer like it's a friendship and a mentorship thing, and I think that it will stay and go for a long time. And I have now 78 friends, from all around Middle East and Africa, and wow, this is really wow. Who can beat me? Who can make in 1 month 78 friends? And I think between mentors, I got like 5 new friendships. Also, like, wow, I'm really very socially skilled now. So yeah, this is very fascinating for me. And what also fascinates is what I like the most is understanding the concept of innovation here, and the misconcept that we have. There is no mine of innovation in Silicon Valley, and this innovation boom, it can be anywhere else. And and the basic of it is not only here. The opportunities of being innovative, it can be everywhere else if you just understand the core of it, which I got to learn here, which is I can summarize in having mentorship, the right mentors for you, expanding your network, and having the right people in your network, and try to expand it as much as possible, because these are the stones that you will rely on in order to go big, and to prove your idea and to build it. And also I learned that whatever it is, just try to do it, and do it as fast as you can, so you will fail cheaper, and iterate. And I think these three concepts make the model of start innovating, and everyone everywhere in the world can be innovative. Just have these and work on these, and you can start from there. And I hope I will be able to give this also to my team and my people in Lebanon, and tell them, let's start doing it, because in Lebanon we are a culture of we don't like to fail, and we have a lot of pride, and we are too proud to ask for help, or maybe the concept of mentorship would be, oh, please help me, and we don't like this. And it's like introducing this new concept, ask for help, and you're not only help, because people have made it before you, and just learn from them, and this is why it's not failure. And if you're gonna keep this idea in your head and not share it and try to build it, even if it's gonna fail, it's not gonna go anywhere. So try it, and stop looking at it as a failure if it doesn't work out. And so I think it's a great thing, to understand it and try to pass it to people, because it will be a great tool for creating innovations in Lebanon more.
Wow, yeah, that's very, 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 very true, very, very inspirational what you just said. I think there's a lot to take away from there, especially about cultural exchange. And I'll speak about that towards the end of the podcast. So I'll go ahead and I'll let Ayori go ahead and take the next question.
Okay, so you guys are here for until the end of this week, and then you'll be in Washington, D.C. For a couple days. You spend the weekend there learning about our capital and how we, run our country. But then you're going to go home. So what are you going to do when you go home? I think you guys have talked a little bit about it, but I want to hear more about it.
I think I will make Algeria the new United States of Africa. Something like this. At least this is what I want. Actually, I want to try to implement in the professional way what I've learned here in Salesforce in my company. The point is I'm coming from a Chinese company, means the culture of the corporate culture is very strict and very close. So I will go slowly by my team, then maybe our office, then maybe we can go bigger. But definitely I will try to change the way that we are working, the way that we see the things, and how we do our planning. So maybe we can go faster and we will have more performances. In the same time, I have 2 other personal projects. The first one is starting my own company for training, because I really enjoy being on stage, talking to people and so on. So I want to have my own company that can bring like the technology for those who are maybe out of the education system and so on. If you cannot go to school because you are too old or you cannot have time, maybe you can come to my training center and learn something like this. In the same time, I want to go to school, like junior high, high school, and talk about STEM. I will not talk only for girls, because like in my country, if you will find girls leaving school, but also boys leaving school, I want to push both of them to go to STEM, to show them that it's a cool life that you will have. Learning every day, not necessarily having like 8 to 7 hours very strict, but you can have a very fun life. You can have a very interesting but also fun job if you follow the STEM, if you do engineering, if you go for research. And maybe we will have more engineers in the future. So I have one professional path and two personal paths that I hope I can be able to implement. And as Tonia said, I'm ready to fail. If I fail now, it means that I will be successful. So I'm ready to start it, fail, and start again and fail. And just be stubborn on that one and go for it, because I know that my country will need this, and maybe it will take time, but I know it will be good, right? So
awesome.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Well, for me, like, as I have said, I came here with a lot of ideas, and I thought I can do it. Being here, I can do it in 1 month, Yeah. But as I said, I learned guidance on how to start working on my own ideas. And when I go back home, I will start by this. And I have a lot of reading to do when I go back home, So, and this is part of my, like, the profession, or what I want to do as a business. But the TechWomen program was much more than a professional learning curve. And this influence that we got the chance to receive here, and this exchange and this connection that we got the chance to make, and all these networking events, and I don't want to keep it for myself, and I think every one of us in Lebanon can make use of these if I can put it in the right place, to be accessible for people. And I really believe in this TechWomen program and the impact of it, and but I understand that they cannot cater for everyone who wants to apply in Lebanon. And what if I make an opportunity like Lebanese TechWomen program in Lebanon, and try to give these Lebanese women who tried to apply and they didn't get the chance to be here, maybe we can create our own network and our own program in Lebanon. And because we have also a lot of successful people in Lebanon that we can learn from, but we just don't go and ask. And So I will be working on creating something similar to this initiative in Lebanon, and go visit. And probably I try to be targeting more the girls in schools and in universities before targeting the women in the working environment, because these women are already courageous and made their choice to be in the STEM field. But I would like to target the girls who are now figuring out what they're gonna do, and we don't have a good orientation in Lebanon about what you can do in STEM and what is STEM and the opportunities. And okay, if you start computer engineering, actually, what are you gonna be working, and what are your opportunities in Lebanon, and what are your opportunities outside Lebanon? And all this we don't get the chance to know it before we choose it and actually start working. And in Lebanon, we cannot afford to change career like after on 25 or on 29. We don't do this. Like if you're stuck in this career and you don't like it, you stay in it, and you stay like not happy working. And so if we can go and try to influence these girls to make the right choice. And so we have also a misconception of there's some careers that we believe it's still for men, also it's not. But like the parents believe this. Like if I want to say to my mom, I want to do a mechanical engineer, she's like, what? It's not for a woman. Or a civil engineer, it's not for a woman. As if I'm gonna go, under the car and try to fix something. And it's like we have to teach and these young girls what is mechanical engineer and what actually they will be working on. What is computer engineering? What is computer science? What's the difference? And in order for them to be able to pick this career, and maybe we will also select a few girls and we'll be able to host them in a company with their interest, and to see exactly how is it to work and what is it to work in such an environment. Maybe they think they want to be a computer engineer, but actually they won't when they try it. So I think it will be a great opportunity, and all this program will be influenced by the TechWomen program. Also, I would like to target to try to make conferences and workshops and target the working women in Lebanon, because we are in Lebanon. We have a lot of successful women, and we have also women who proved themselves in STEM. But there's something that happens is that when a woman gets married and she has children, she sometimes feels that, oh no, I don't want to be selfish. I have to stop, try to achieve more and try to focus on my family. And this is how you see them getting out of the field and moving away, because they think they're being selfish and they're not being a great mother or less of a mother, if she's focusing also on her career. And I think also it's a misconception, because being here, we've met a lot of people and a lot of emerging leaders who are also like this, and they are mothers and they are also very professional in their careers, and they could do both. So it's just meeting such people who are being able to do this. I think it will influence these women to stay in the field. Something else I would like to.
So I hate to cut this short, but we actually have to give this room up.
Oh, okay. Well, can I go ahead and close out? Or
yeah. Well,
okay?
I want to ask you both. Will you both come back on our show later once you are all famous? Of course. Okay, we got your commitment, Greg.
But can you bid for more than 1 hour?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, I will. I'll have my secretary do it. All right, Greg, take it away.
Thank you so much.
I just want to thank the both of you for coming on the podcast today and sharing your experiences with the TechWomen program. And we definitely want to wish you the best of luck in your careers and with everything that you do in the future. And I just want to touch on a couple of things that you all spoke about. One of the things was cultural exchange and how you all are exchanging experiences with each other and getting to know people from different countries, and how you all are finding that how similar you are more than you are different. I think that's very important, and I think those exchanges help build us as a culture overall. And I want to also talk about or mention finding a mentor, and you guys, spoke very eloquently about why it's important to have mentors, and I think that's something that my organization, Blacks in Technology, is very big on, and how you were speaking to about innovating, and let's innovate and let's stop, step out of our comfort zone. Let's learn from others. And I just want to, wish you the best of luck. And I want to say thanks again for joining us on this podcast, and take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Greg. Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Blacks in Technology.
Blacks in Technology. Blacks in Technology. Blacks in Technology. Blacks in Technology. Blacks in Technology.